Okay, live, okay. All right, let's try this thing again. So, what's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bring you the knowledge and drop the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Okay, I may have a little technical difficulties, but so we're gonna go ahead and push on through this and see. Once I get done, I can make the corrections and stuff like that. So just please bear with me. All right. Checking in, brother Brandon. What's going on with you? My audio coming in okay? My audio coming in all right and stuff. We can go ahead and break into this evening about California AB5. What can we learn? So again, guys come in, give me a quick audio check, let me know everything and stuff is good, and we'll go ahead and break into it. Okay, everything's good, okay. All right, so the news and stuff that's out there now is that the California Supreme Court has rejected the claim of one of the trucking unions over there in California, and so AB5 is going to be going into full effect in the enforcement sector in 7 days. So yeah, you need your own authority to operate in California. Now, here's the funniest thing about that, right? Here's the funniest thing about that and stuff. What can we learn from all this? So Remember, it was the people that was in the lease programs and stuff that was going to these news outlets and so-called blowing the whistle, talking about the people that they were leased on with was forcing them to work all these hours and they wasn't making any money. They made them run unsafe and all this other stuff here. So they went to the government section. And so what did the government do? The government created AB5. For all these guys that was working over there in California independently and stuff for people, and they were talking about, well, I'm doing all this work and I'm not getting paid my fair wage and stuff like that. So it wasn't just the transportation sector. It was just businesses all, freelancers all over that were independent contractors that were working for businesses. They were saying that the people that they were working for was making them work for unfair wages. They didn't get any benefits. They was making them work in unsafe environments and stuff like that. So this is what they did. They took it to the government, and the government did what they asked, which was they created AB5. Now, here's the funniest thing about all this stuff, right? Now, most of the businesses they were complaining about was people like Uber, and they were talking about Uber and Lyft and Grubhub and all these other places there and stuff. So when they created AB5, they created Proposition 22. Proposition 22, which means that you can still remain an independent contractor as long as you work for an app company. So I'm saying, like, what was the whole purpose of creating AB5 if you created a proposition which allows you to remain an independent contractor for the very people that you was complaining about? So it never really changed anything. And so I thought that the guys over there in California would get hip. Now, remember, the governor, Gary Newsom and stuff, he got recalled. Remember, he got recalled and stuff, and so he was up against Larry Elder. And so Larry Elder, even though I'm not a fan of him, but Larry Elder, one of the things that he was saying that he was going to do was he was going to repeal AB5, right? He said he was going to repeal AB5 and stuff. And so it was a lot of things that he was talking about, which was the whole reason why Gary Newsom got recalled anyway, was that he was going to reverse a lot of policies that was over there that was helping people, that was hurting people in the state of California. And so, Gary Newsom won. Gary Newsom won by a landslide. I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of Larry Elder. But, when Larry Elder was over there doing his thing, a lot of people didn't like Larry Elder. He was a Republican, and California is about as liberal as you can get, right? So, okay, yeah, about that. Now, remember, AB5 was AB5 is something that's pushed on a state level. It's pushed on a state level and stuff. So they was talking about pushing, they introduced it into Congress. Now, yeah, they introduced it into Congress and stuff, right? I don't think it's AB5. It's called something else, but it's grafted just like AB5. It passed in Congress, but it will not pass in Senate. That's the reason why. That's the reason why it hasn't passed on a federal level. So states can do, certain states and stuff can do it. It's still a state by state thing, but they're really trying to push this thing on a federal level. But the pushback is from the Senate. It passed in the Congress. It passed in Congress. It passed in Congress and stuff, but it now has to go before the Senate. And if it passes in the Senate, then that's when they're going to start implementing it to law. So my thing with California, when they pushed AB5, right, they gave those drivers enough time to prepare themselves, they get themselves ready. That's why I say I don't feel bad for those guys, man. I really don't. They gave you every opportunity to turn all this stuff around. They talk about the politicians. You had a politician that was over there that was going to reverse it. They had a politician that was over there that was going to reverse it. In fact, that was one of the many policies that he was going to reverse as soon as he got in the office. As soon as he got in there and stuff, nobody voted for him. They said, oh, well, Gary Newsom is our man stuff. You got Gary Newsom in there. So they took it to the courts. They rejected it, which everybody knew that was going to happen. They gave you an exempt. They gave you an exempt when AB5 first came into fruition. AB5 has already been in effect now and stuff. I believe over 2 years now and stuff, about 2.5 years. So let's see, make drivers stuff. So what happened was, like I said, AB5 came into effect, I believe, it's probably in effect 3 years now. It was 2019. So they put the exempt out there. So they gave you 3 years. They gave you 3 years and stuff. I want to say 2020. In fact, yeah, it was 2020. So they gave you 2 years. They gave you over 2.5 years, really, to get yourself prepared for AB5. So the only thing, transportation was the only area where they exempted. They did that at the last minute. So everybody was looking at the policies and they saw that, man, hey, this thing is going to go through, so we need to go ahead and make preparation. A lot of people did that. And stuff. They was preparing you. They was telling a lot of the companies and stuff went on ahead and just shut the whole thing down. Like, look, if you got a California driver's license and stuff, California CDL, we can't use it. We can't, you can't lease on and stuff if you got a California CDL. So what all the companies started doing, they just started moving their they can still keep their operational base where they can keep their center of operation in California. The only thing they have to do is just relocate their business to another state, right? And just get the stuff switched over from California to whatever state they was in. Because honestly, looking at California taxes, looking at their what you got to pay and stuff for base plate stuff, I don't even see how anybody would want to run California base plate. You know what I'm saying? It was too easy to switch. It was too easy to switch it up. And stuff. And so a lot of people jumped on that. But you always got to have these few. You always got to have these few people that think, well, there's going to be some kind of Hail Mary that's going to come through and it's not going to be pushed into fruition. And guess what? In 7 days, that's what it's going to be. So you went out there, you petitioned, but you wasn't prepared, right? So you can still operate under the ports and stuff as long as you ain't got a California base plate. As long as your company's not based out of California, you good. The only thing that's going to happen, they just going to start ramping up enforcement and stuff. But hey, it's California. If you drive a truck, regardless of whether you got a base plate in there or not, they still going to mess with you. But they had every single opportunity to change that thing around. When COVID came in, they could have changed it. They gave you the example stuff. It slowed everything down. And stuff. And I thought a lot of people would have got smart on that. But they rolled it all out and stuff. And you're going to see in 7 days and stuff that, hey, they ain't playing around and stuff. Like I said, I went to California myself. I went to California myself. I seen all the power stations and stuff, and I was like, it's too much stuff there that if people were to just come together, they can get the thing exempt, just like they did over there with Uber and all that other stuff there. They put a proposition in to where now, like I said, everybody was complaining about these companies, about these app-based companies. They ain't making no money and stuff, right? But yet you can still be an independent contractor with the app-based company. So I'm saying, what's the difference between the app-based company that ain't paying you nothing versus the trucking company that you can lease on with and stuff, man, and ain't paying money? They still paying in the California. All the base plate stuff was going into California, IFTA and all the other stuff there. So now they just eliminating all that because people are looking at their bottom line and saying, well, hey, we can't do it. But they gave you the opportunity to get everything set up and stuff. And so, like I said, this is one thing where they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves and stuff. I remember New Jersey was kind of complaining about that. New Jersey was kind of complaining about that and stuff. And then, they got a little bit smart. They shut their mouths and stuff and say, hey, look, we're going to work this out and stuff amongst the people over here in the port. We don't really need to get the government involved in it, right? Because they learned from California. So a lot of them guys and stuff, they kind of hurting right now. Say, well, the only way you either got to have your own authority, and stuff, or you got to be an employee. It ain't no in between. And so, even with the in between, you can still take advantage of the situation and stuff, as long as you don't let nobody take advantage of you. If you understand what business is and how it works, but you get into these lease programs, you let them run you like a company driver, where they get the advantages of a company driver and stuff because they taking your equipment and they're running it like it's theirs. But then they ain't got the overhead. They ain't got the overhead and the frustration. So, when all the stuff start coming down, they say, well, hey, this your bill right here. Your truck break down and stuff. Okay, what you gonna do about it? I ain't giving you no money. I'm sorry and stuff, man. I mean, it is what it, but for as many people as complain, for many of them that complain, they're over there and stuff crying right now about the very thing that they didn't want the government to do. They sat there and they complained the whole time, talking about they wasn't making no money and all this stuff there. And now, okay, yeah, I want to be an independent contractor and stuff. It's too late. I mean, you can still be one. It's just the operation just can't be in California. So a lot of people, you had 2.5 years to get your stuff straight. You had plenty of time and stuff to make your money and make everything possible. And some people just riding it all the way out. So, 7 days, if you ain't no employee, you got to have your own authority. You ain't got your own authority. If you leased on, they shutting you down, right? No, we don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. So, a lot of people went over there and they moved to Arizona. They got Arizona, license. They got Arizona license, Arizona authority and stuff like that. They leased over there. And so, so for the most part, people caught on. But what I'm saying is, hey, what can we learn from this? What can we learn from it? What did AB5 really solve over there in California? It didn't solve nothing. Because, you go over there and you look and you see that, the CEOs over here and stuff, they make millions of dollars, but they're only paying us $9 an hour. They paying us $9 an hour and stuff like that. And so, I mean, but the companies that the people was complaining about, they got a proposition to still, where you can still operate as an independent contractor in that state. And like I said, it's just as funny to me. And the people that and reversed all this stuff, you didn't support them. And so it is what it is. It says force a lot of business. Well, only the ones that ain't prepared. Only the ones that ain't prepared. Because if you're gonna stay in business, you're gonna stay ahead of the game. You're gonna understand the laws like that. Okay, I have to go and change my stuff up. A lot of people about ghosts. A lot of people talk ghosts and stuff, but I mean, ghosts Ghost got smart and stuff. A lot of people can. I know Ghost said some things that kind of, kind of funny or whatever, but I mean, the man on the ball, he understood what was going. He understood the assignment. That was the thing there and stuff. I mean, he made his move and stuff over there in Arizona. So I mean, hey, he was prepared. He was prepared and stuff. I mean, what's the other guy? I'll think of him in a minute. Soul Cal, Soul Cal and stuff. Soul Cal. A lot of people over there, man, they don't know what to do now. Oh man, this is gonna be the industry stuff like that. I'm like, hey, you had plenty of New Jersey was next, but then New Jersey, about their money. You don't hear Jersey saying New Jersey about anything over. Florida, they ain't doing nothing. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. I'm back now. I'm back now and stuff. Hey, give me an audio check, man. I know I got the truck running down and stuff, so I got the truck running down and everything. So I forgot this phone gets heated up, and when it does, it just shut everything down. So if the audio's too janky, then I'm gonna just shut it down, and then I'll probably go live another time. So. Chris, hey, don't time this guy. Just get him on out of here, man. Just get him on out of the paint and stuff. He ain't got, he in the wrong place and stuff. I believe he's looking for, I believe he's looking for Pornhub. He's looking for Pornhub. He's over there on YouTube following somebody online. So, but yeah, if you guys come back in here, just give me an audio check. Let me know everything is good. We can go ahead and go from there. And like I said, I ain't want to keep going. If you know what, in fact, yeah, let me just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. We'll go ahead and end it and stuff, man. I'll probably go back up here live a little bit later on when everything cools, man. Sun's still up. Things make it's good. It's okay. You don't hear any noise in the background. A lot of Detroit. Any kind of rumbling and stuff like that. If it's good, hey, we keep on going then. So, but, hey, man, AB5. It's really nothing else to talk about. I mean, it was just some people that sat there and they did it to themselves. So I mean, I said I was gonna try to get on. I said I was gonna try to get out there and stuff and see how the guys are gonna be doing. But that's in August though. That's in August. So I mean, we got a whole month. We got a whole month to go on that. Plus, depends on how everything plays out this month because I made a dumb rookie mistake and it sat there. It's cost me a lot of money now. I made probably one of the most dumbest. I probably made probably the most dumbest mistake that you can make out here, and didn't have no reason doing that and stuff. Freaking reefer unit. The reefer unit, it wasn't holding temperature like it was supposed to. It wasn't holding temperature like it was supposed to and stuff. And then, when I checked it out, everything was fine. But I guess it went bad when I was riding. So, one of the older reefer units and stuff like that. And so I delivered the load. And once I got it delivered, the people that called back once they got the box out, it ran what the temperatures and stuff was. So they put a claim against it. And they put a claim against it, so I went, took the trailer a little bit, got it downloaded, and it showed that, while I was in transport and stuff, the temperature rose up, and I wasn't able to catch it and stuff, man, I wasn't able to catch it until later when the temperature, it subsided and started doing like it was supposed to. But of course, they put that on me, so now I gotta pay the deductible and stuff for the claim on this $2,900 load. So I ain't seeing no money from that. So I did that load for nothing. I did that for free, and I got to pay the claim on top of that. So go figure, right? 20 years in, 20 years in, and I made a dumb mistake like that. So of course, everybody jumped on my tail and stuff like that. Like you should know better. And no, that's my fault. That's my fault and stuff. So it just, hey, I'm in this dropping hook thing, and stuff. And so they got good trailers, they got bad trailers. And so it made me step my game up to say, hey man, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my own reefer unit and that stuff. So I talked to Pedigree. And stuff, and so I got the green light to them. I got the green light for them. I was gonna get a 2016. It's an old prime trailer. It's an old prime trailer and stuff. But then come find out, I didn't know that Prime ran leaf. I didn't know the trailers and stuff was leaf suspension. I didn't know that they were leaf suspension. The guy cut me a real good deal on that trailer. I'm like, man, yeah, that's the one I want and stuff. It's over there in Piston. Go ahead and shoot him the bread and stuff. But then, I'm reading the specification. I thought it was a typo. I'm like, hey man, what are you talking about, leaf spring? Yeah, what are you talking about, leaf spring and stuff? He said, yeah, all our trailers are leaf spring. Like, what? They ain't ever? Like, no. So I'm like, Prime is a quality carrier and stuff, right? And they got all these customers and stuff like that. And so, they was telling like, yeah, well, we do a lot of intermodal. And so, the air ride thing was, spring ride. Yep. Spring ride, that's what I meant to say. I'm talking about leaf spring. But, yeah, they spring ride trailers. And I mean, totally jacked me up. I'm like, dude, the only people I know that's running on spring ride was Warner. And it's not for the general, they got a couple drop vans and stuff, but it's not for any kind of general use. It's, I believe they got a dedicated account and stuff, right, where they need those trailers specifically, but everything else is air ride. But that right there messed me up. It just, that holds the whole operation right there. That holds to the whole operation. I'm about to go over there and shoot them the money, go over there to Piston, Pennsylvania, go pick my trailer up and start, start going to work. But that was the thing that pushed it back. I'm like, man, if I get this spring ride trailer stuff, man, that's just exactly the type of stuff they need. It's, to get on me some more stuff about some of the stuff that I haul over here. I'm like, Prime hauls everything and stuff that we haul, but nobody says anything to them. But like I said, I guess a lot of people don't know that they run spring ride, or they don't care. Because I said, well, when he explained it to me, I said, yeah, that makes sense. They, a lot of that stuff they put on the train and stuff like that, and so the air rides don't really. They was getting a lot of air ride stuff, and they was getting damaged on the train. So, they went to they went to spring ride and stuff, and so, they don't have those issues. But like I said, I guess that explained the price and all that good stuff there. Why they saying, yeah, we're ready to sell. But don't figure, right? So I say I gotta look at some more other options. But I mean, if I can't find anything better than this, then I'm just going to get that spring ride and just let it, And I guess if worse comes to worse, I mean, I think you could switch it over to the air ride. So I mean, if they change it, if all these guys and stuff getting these
you know, they changing the bag suspension on the front of their trucks and stuff like that. So, you know, if they got that, then I imagine, I mean, how hard can it be to switch it over from spring to air ride? So, you know, but anyway, I mean, that was the thing there and stuff, man. It just, that jump messed me up there, man. I'm like, dude, 20 years in the game, and I made a dumb decision like that and stuff. I'm like, I mean, you know, I should have known better. I should have known better and stuff, but you know, I just assumed everything was good. You know, reef was running. Every time I checked it, it was maintaining temperature and stuff like that. In fact, it got. I thought they were gonna say something because it got too cold. You know, it was set at 20 degrees. It fell down to, I think it got down to 16 degrees. It got down to 16 degrees. So I was like, well, hey, if they challenge it, you know, they said it. It's their reefing. So you know, but, hey, who the heck out of me? But yeah, man. I mean, I feel kind of bad and stuff for them guys in California, but like I said, it's just the end of the day they brought on themselves, so you know I can't feel too bad. Hey, other than that, it is what it is, man. So y'all got any questions and stuff, man? Y'all can go and hit me up. I mean, you know what? I guess I'll go on end it here. So I'll go on end it here and stuff. I'm gonna do a review, see how this audio and stuff sound, and so you know we might have to do this again. You know, but, anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and end on that note there. So, look, y'all guys, y'all take it easy, be safe. This man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue your own research, background studies, also your skills every day. So next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy. Peace out.